being here. I just spent a few minutes earlier talking to Dean Del Sesto, and we were talking about a conversation that we had a few years ago, and what Dean said to me a couple years ago, this was the first time we met, and Dean was like, oh, you're an adult, I've got children, but Dean said something to me that actually has stuck with me for a couple years, and what he said the first time he met me was, oh, you're the guy that gets to be Dana's son. And I have not forgotten that. And to put it simply, yeah, it is absolutely a privilege to get to be your son, to get to be your friend, and to get to be as close to you as we are. It's a privilege to get to have you as an example of a father and just a person that's living a life of love. So, thank you.
Should have gone first, and I wouldn't have been crying already. So one thing that I think of with my parents is just the community that they cultivate everywhere that they go, and I think that's evident in this space right here. It's just in all the different places of their lives that they've been, different church communities, they just form a community around them, and it becomes a beautiful space because they were there. And I'm sure you can all, can we like snap if we agree with that? Yes.
You're a teacher.
Everyone was snapping. And so that is something that they have impressed upon our lives, and has just been so formative, I guess, for us. So one thing that we want to do is open it up for anyone to tell stories about them, but I wanted to start by telling a story, and I was like, gosh, there's so many stories from all the years of my parents being so awesome. And then I was like, but also I have a story from yesterday when they were awesome. And I think that's also what's really cool about them is like, we're adults, we're getting old now, we're in like our mid-30s, and they're still parenting us in so many ways that is really amazing and beautiful. And it's like, even when you become 30, you still need your parents. And if you're lucky, like we get to have them. And like yesterday, my dad, he works with me now. We're co-workers at the same school. And he goes, give me your key because you have a flat tire. I'll go fix it for you. I was like, really? Oh. So I gave him my key and he went home and he fixed my flat tire. And then he also put gas in it, changed the oil, all these things. He's just, isn't that so amazing? And then, that is how you get to heaven. And then, my mom, they live across the street from us, and she, like, yesterday, 2 days ago, I got a stain on my pants from a Sharpie, and then there she was. She's very good at getting stains out of things. Do you all know this about her? It's one of her talents in life. And so I took it, and then, like, the next day, she delivers it over with my stain out, and I just feel so fortunate. So those are, like, stories from, the last couple of days, but also just when we were young. I think we probably have infinite stories, but one thing that sticks out to me is like probably the 10,000 rebounds that my dad got for me playing basketball in the backyard. It was just so wonderful. And then my mom, now that I'm a mom, she said, don't start talking, Sarah, I'm gonna cry. Now that I'm a mom, it's like such an overwhelming job being a mom, yeah? Like, whew, big job. And she was there, just present, every single place that I ever was, like basketball, school, walking to school, picking up from school. And I think, oh my gosh, that is amazing. I hope that I'm that present for my children, and it just inspired me that's just my example, right? To be so present for my children as she was for me. And she still is helping me learn to be present. And sometimes, no, I won't tell that story. Sometimes she reminds me to be more present. Oh, sorry. You gotta have a good job. No, she's still very helpful. That's good. You need to be reminded. So anyway, those are just like a couple stories from long ago and recently that, I don't know, you both are the best parents. And I feel like you're parents to so many. So kind of like Jesse said, you're like our actual parents, so we're the luckiest. So anyway, we celebrate you today for being married not quite 40 years, because that'd mean we're pretty close to 40, which we're not. But 38 and a half or so, 38, coming up to 38, and then 60-year birthday, and then retirement, which was really wonderful. So I think that's our stories. So if anyone else wants to tell any little snippets, like a story,